Okay, so we're gonna start our first environment right here. We're gonna have Desert as the first one, with Firestorm, Nico, and Tsepset against Luffy, Ezom, and Passy. Playing until 5 or 7. I always forget. I think this was 5, right? This was till 5. So this is gonna be the beginning of this match. Let's take a look at some high quality desert driving, or rather some high quality golf with friends content, as we have Nico dropping straight into the hole. I think that was par. He is gonna drop behind Firestorm right now on 5th place. He's a keyboard player. And holy fuck, what is that speed by Firestorm? Is that a new approach? Is this maybe better than the freaking wiggle that I've been trying on the dirt all the time? But Firestorm with immense amount of speed. Up to 4th place he goes. But Team Dunno right now really not able to keep up. Luffy has made a mistake. But Passy and Ezom right now 1st and 2nd place. They should know they can take it easy. I'm sure they have the shot caller in the team speak right now. So they're gonna take it easy. Tsepset and Firestorm both sliding out at the same part. And this will be the first round for Team Tresen. Pretty dominant here in the first round. Pretty sure that was a birdie. We have to analyze that. We have to analyze that after the match. Let's take a look at the second round. I see, Cornelius. I'm glad you followed back. Fuck yeah. Round number 2. Good start for everyone. Different line choices. Nobody playing golf this time. Firestorm showing us how it's done right now. Desert, of course, always an environment where you can be very competitive with the keyboard. And Firestorm puts that onto great display. Now let's see. Oh, that line is just so much better. He gets so much speed out of that part. And now that I look at it, it does kind of make sense, because you kind of avoid the slidey part of the dirt, the part that actually makes you slow down. And Firestorm now up to 2nd place. He is in a battle with Luffy and Passy, but he touches the inside just by a bit. And one of the Tresen players now sliding out. That was Passy, but he will get replaced by Ezom and by Luffy, who are taking over 2nd and 3rd position. But this will be the round for Team Dunno. Nico with a very good time here, 101.38. And this is what Dunno needed. So after the not so good looking first round, Dunno, great comeback and getting in the points. Do we have tennis mode? We don't have tennis mode, no. We do not have tennis mode. Passy with a small mistake. The German player falling behind by a little bit here. 31 hundredths of a difference already for Passy. Goes out wide for a lot of speed. The pink rocket on the top of his car might be helpful here to gain some time. But right now he wasn't able to come any closer. Let's take a look here. Tsepset on 5th. Also a player that I haven't seen for a long time. Firestorm now unfortunately sliding out there. And this will be a good opportunity for Team Tresen to make something happen. But they need to pass Nico, who is doing a very good job here. Nico with a tremendous performance here on Desert. Potentially winning 2 rounds in a row. Ezom now with the attack line on the inside. Tsepset trying to attack Luffy right there. Nico sliding out and Tsepset up to 2nd place. Will he overtake Ezom? No, it will not be enough. And this is gonna be the round for Team Tresen. Well, Sarah's rounds, of course, is a bit different to time attack. I'm not sure what his time attack time is, but can't really compare that. Round number 3 now coming up. Round number 4, excuse me, with a 2-1 score for Team Tresen. Very risky start by Ezom, and that was Nico, who plays golf with friends again. I think that was a birdie now. That was a birdie. Very nicely done by him. Triple lead for Team Tresen right now. Tsepset with a lot of speed over the dirt. Passy has lost quite a bit of speed, but recovers nicely. And this should be the round for Team Tresen. Nico 6.1 seconds behind Firestorm. most likely also not going to have any sort of role here in this round. So I think Team Tresen can take it easy right here. Slightly different line choice here on the platform section as well. Sepset with some risky approaches, not able to do anything here. Ezom winning in front of his teammate Luffy from Austria. Sepset on third, Passy on fourth, and then Firestorm and Nico both having made a big mistake in this round. And this will be a 3-1 score now. Dunno need to get back into the groove here. They need to start winning some rounds again. Unlike the French regional tournament that I casted yesterday, here it's about map wins. So it is a best of 7, since we're going to see all 7 environments. And a lot of drivers already falling back. Nico and Firestorm again. Firestorm now trying to replicate what Nico did. And this is definitely what you don't want. So this is another free ticket for Team Tresen actually. On an environment where they're often not the strongest, but here the consistency is definitely there. Passy, Ezom and Luffy doing a great job here, occupying the first 3 positions. They are absolutely dominating this round. Oh, Passy, huge mistake. Into the wall he goes. Luffy also with a risky exit, going fully over the sand, but he was able to stabilize. And the 1 and 2 should be in for Team Tresen. Ezom and Luffy hand in hand, 101.48 and 101.56. Very nicely done by the 2 Tresen players. Sepset, Nico, Passy and Firestorm following right behind. Is this TM1? Hell yeah, this is TM1 indeed. 4-1 on the desert. This is also our first map, so you have not missed a lot, Bull. Potentially one more round coming up for Team Tresen to win, and they will take home the first environment. Oh my god, and Dunno is falling apart already. Nico and Firestorm both sliding out at the same spot. They're really not feeling too confident here, and I think making those mistakes kinda discouraged them a little bit, ruined their mentality, which causes them to make even more mistakes. So this is gonna be the GG here for Team Tresen on Desert. They can take it easy. Maybe, yeah, risk it for the biscuit and go for a fast time. Yeah, Luffy already dead. Sepset now up to third, but that is not gonna play a role for the score. But this actually could be, not really. Ezom fell behind, but no biggie whatsoever. Nothing's lost here for Team Tresen. Just gonna take it home now. Don't let it slip through their hands. Ezom with another additional mistake, because why the fuck not? And this will still be the point for Team Tresen, even though the mistakes certainly weren't necessary. They made it a bit more exciting than it should have been. But this environment goes in favor of Team Tresen, 5-1. Alright, so for those that just joined in, we're not going to see all 7 environments today because of some lineup difficulties. So we're only going to see 5 environments today. 2 environments will be missing. I don't know which ones actually, but that doesn't really matter too much. Second environment is going to be Bay on a map by Norman, who we might see play this time around as well. So here's a change for some players. Lineup changes might be happening here for both teams. Coast and Stadium will be later. Okay, thank you. So I heard they're gonna play the remaining environments either tomorrow or on Wednesday. I might cast those as well, maybe. But hey. Passy skin, is that allowed? I mean, what's wrong with this? It's just a rocket. This is SpaceX. They're sponsored by Elon Musk. This is just a rocket. Don't mind the rockets. It is just for, you know, some extra power. For the speed, you know. But yeah, Bay now, completely different story. A very technical map. A lot of high-speed corners as well, where you need to manage the grip. And then this long 360 corner in the end, which can be quite nasty to hit as well. But it seems like preparation has been made by the teams. Yeah, that is hell of a rocket. Absolutely. So a few warm-ups here again. And you can already see, like, the start alone is already quite hard to get through because you don't have a lot of room to work with. You have plants and lamps and things in your way. So you have this IKEA plant that you can purchase for $14.99. This one, $24.99. This is the same one. And yeah, some obstacles on your way as well. For example, this LED lamp, you can get this in a 3-pack for $35.99. And if you enter the discount code RIOLOXD, you will get a 15% discount as well. So make sure to grab your offer. Available to purchase at ikea.se. Question for one more warm-up, maybe even two. So we have even more time to, I don't know, analyze this specific lamp. Bit dirty. Someone's gonna clean that. Hey there, FDA and Lars. Yes, cars are forced on. That's actually a good point that you're bringing up there from the RTL Datenbank. So we're gonna have cars on, so every driver sees his opponents and you can't turn them off. So especially with a tight start like this, it is almost impossible to actually see shit. That's gonna add up to the difficulty as well. On some maps it's a bit easier, but here, damn dude. How much would you think this map costs to recreate in reality? 6. Did Team Tresen get rid of their cool names? Yeah, they did. I don't know why actually. Maybe they wanted to make my casting a bit easier. Because I always had to hold back my my laugh with names like Kurt der Korken or something. So maybe they did it for me. But probably not. Yeah, decent price. I would say so as well. So I think after a quick reset, we're going to be live on our second environment. For those that just joined, we have a 1-0 score going into this. Desert has been won by Team Tresen with a 5-1 score, and now it's going to be Bay coming up next. Izom and Norman said it's because Muffin Team ruined the joke. Fair. Actually fair. Always these people that have to ruin the jokes. Alright, well, let's dive in. We have Danik B, Sepset, and Sword X against Elko, Luffy, and Ezom. So Luffy and Ezom will stay on the track together with Sepset, and then we have a bunch of new drivers here on the track. For example, Danik B, who we mainly know from Stadium, and now he's rocking this very manly car skin. Bit of a wonky turn, not the full grip here for Danik B, so he's gonna lose a lot of speed here. Let's go a bit further ahead with Elko, who is very strong on Bay, if he wants to be. Right now on third place, behind Sepset and Ezom. Let's go a bit further ahead here once again. Sepset trying to attack Ezom, jumping down into the tunnel. Ezom, a very strong Bay player, though in the previous match that we've seen, Ezom has driven some very good times here. And also this round is looking promising for the German player. He is most likely going to win this round, even though he goes a bit wide. But Sepset hits the 1599 LED lamp embedded into the ground and tilts over right into the house. However, that didn't really play too big of a role. Ezom and Elko will win the round, and that will be the first point for Team Tresen. Hello, Tona. Bonsoir, mon ami. We have a 1-0 score for Team Tresen after Deserts, and now we have Bay coming up right here. Second round ongoing, and everyone is off to a good start. Elko and Ezom right now in first place, risking it a lot here together with Luffy. Oh, but he slides out just as I speak out his name. Casus Curse kicking in there, and Elko as well, dead. Completely dead. Making him lose multiple positions as a result. Danik B up to second, Sepset and Zortex on third and fourth. So right now, this is going to be the round for Team Dunno, which would tie up the score on the Bay environment. A little bit of a safer approach here for Zortex, but he manages to drop into the slope smoothly, which is exactly what you need. Sepset going wide, almost slid out. Bit of a risky business right there by the French player, but no problem for Team Dunno. They're going to take it home here. Ezom, really good performance once again. 57-22. He is definitely carrying his team here a bit. But in this round, it was not enough. Is any of them a keyboard player? No. This time around, everyone's playing with pad. At least here on Bay. Yo, no worries, Tona. Thanks for stopping by, man. Still advanced techniques in TM1 as in the other games. Oh, hell yeah. I would dare to say that these environments are harder to master than Stadium, because there's just so much more to these environments in order to be fast than in Stadium. I mean, every environment has its own assets of techniques, but I would say United environments are definitely harder to optimize and to drive on a consistent base than Stadium. And that's coming from my extremely educated opinion. But yeah, speaking of educated opinions, we have a double lead for Team Tresen. I don't know what that reference was about, but Luffy wins the round. Actually, even faster than Ezom. Fastest match time here by Luffy. 57:07. Austria going ham. And this will indeed be the point for Team Tresen. 2-1. They don't seem to be sliding. How do you know what they're doing? I can see it. It's my experience. You don't see the slides, like you don't see the skid marks in spectator mode, but I can tell by the way the car is moving whether someone's sliding or not. You can tell that after, you know, some experience. But yeah, avoiding the drifts in United environments, that's like the #1 thing basically. Which is why especially analog devices are so OP in these environments, because it helps to control the grid better. But yeah, speaking about this round, currently following Zord X was up to 5th place, passing Elko, who made quite a massive mistake. Ezom only on 4th, and with the positions like this, it would be the Dunno point. And that is indeed going to be the case. Luffy getting faster and faster. He is now down to 56.88. This man is not stoppable right now. Also a big hello to Jumperjack. Welcome. So we have a 2-2 score now on Bay. This is definitely as even as it could possibly get. I like to see that. I was a bit afraid that Team Dunno is going to be a bit handicapped since they're missing Hawk, who is a very important player of their team. But Dunno definitely not giving up here, which is nice to see. So going into the next round here, Zortex and Danik B forming the top 2, and I think that was a red player. Ezom fully dead, Elko fully dead, and this is the blue point. This is definitely the blue point, even though... Sepset with a bit of a slide there. but still remaining on 4th place. You can see the current standings on the left side. So this round will be easy for Team Dunno. Luffy with another good time. He's gonna be upset that his teammates have been a complete sandbag here in this round. Elko and Ezom multiple seconds behind. 3-2. Dunno now up in the lead. And someone has a very spooky horn. Oh, a few deaths already in the start. Zortek's the one that makes contact with the beautiful obstacles in the start of the map. He's gonna fall behind by more than a second very early on, which is gonna be quite an upset for Team Dunno. Oh, Elko dead! Hit the inside wall and just got yoked out of the track right there. That's how quickly it can go. So now 2 players down, leaving us with a 2v2 situation. 2 Dunno and 2 Tresen here in the top 4. Sepset and Danik B right now. Oh, Danik B sliding, and good that he was at least able to release in time, because otherwise he would have smashed himself into the checkpoint right there. So good save by Danik B, and he's not out of the business yet. Ah, Ezom taking a detour. I don't know what that was about. He's gonna drop back, and with these positions, it will be a round for it. Yes, definitely for Dunno now. Luffy was pushing it a bit too hard there and went too wide. That's gonna be the point for Dunno, even though these times really haven't been that good. 57.8, that's a time you usually don't win rounds with here on Bay. But in this case, everyone derped around, so it will be sufficient for a point. Dunno up 4-2, and they could possibly take it home in this round. Oh, bonk! Elko with a bonk, and this is not gonna put Tresen into a very comfortable situation, as they're now forced to take at least 1st and 3rd in order to win the round. So Ezom and Luffy need to push it now. Not into the wall though. Oh god, oh god, oh fuck, oh god. Okay, not good for Team Tresen right here. Dunno have the chance now. They have the chance to take it home. Danik B attacking Luffy for that 1st place even. He is not gonna give up here. Danik B jumping a bit too far right here for my liking. And he knew that as well, so he had to adjust his line right there. Good save by Danik B once again. Sepset completely broke backing into the checkpoint right there. I don't know what that was about. This could be a game changer. Even though, probably not. Nope, not a game changer. But if Ezom would have... I don't know. Quick math. GG. Team Dunno win Bay. How hard do you turn before sliding? Is it just about feeling the turn? In Bay, you can steer quite a lot before you start sliding. In other environments, you have to be a lot more gentle. For example, on island or bay, island or coast, you have to be super gentle with the steering. In Bay, you have a bit more, yeah, more play, I would say. But at the end of the day, yes, it is about feeling the turn and knowing the limits of the car. So map practice is really helpful on the one hand, and on the other hand, of course, just having a lot of game experience and kind of feeling when the car is about to slide and when you can take a corner without risking a slide. So, the score is tied up again, ladies and gentlemen, 1-1, and we're gonna go on to Desert Rally. This is Rally, our 3rd environment right here. Map by BlackU, very technical map. A lot of twists, a lot of corners. And here we might see the one or other wheel player or joystick player on Rally. Yo, Elivon, hey man, long time no see. How have you been doing? How long are those matches gonna go for? We're in the semi-finals right now. So this tournament is gonna end somewhere in November. Early November, I would say. This match in particular, we're gonna see 5 environments, and we're in environment number 3 now. So this match is gonna go for, yeah, probably another half hour. You feel nostalgic, yeah. Rally, part of the very first TrackMania game. TrackMania Original with Rally, Desert, and Snow. Watching the YouTube videos. Hey, good. Good. I've uploaded an absolutely terrible meme today on YouTube if you haven't checked that out. So maybe after the stream, if you still want a bit of Riolo content. Hey, exclamation mark YouTube. Hashtag sellout. More memes coming soon. And world records. Memes and world records. That's what my channel is about. You wanted to slap me? Well, do it. Am I BK4? Oh god. Now, BK4 is a bit too autistic for me. Some of the BK4 memes, they are so autistic. That's out of my league. Don't get me wrong, some of them are really nice, and they honestly got me giggle, but some others are just a massive question mark. Is it more autistic than the McDonald's memes? No. Good evening, Hockey. Good evening, Danik B. Welcome, sir. Alright, I'm ready for some rally. Hopefully the players are ready as well. Hey, Ansgar. Let's pop in the GLHF and we're gonna start environment number 3. Kinda sounds like an RC race. Well, we don't know if this is an RC race. Cause think about it. Some of the TrackMania cars don't have a driver on the driver's seat. So you could assume that TrackMania is actually an RC game. Let that sink in for a moment. Anyway, Marius89, Sepset and Nico against Lucario, Norman and Ferrari Strategist for the two teams. Let's go into the first round and enjoy some quality rallying. Lucario with a really good section here. Up to first place he goes. He has been a beast on rally when he was more active back in the days. Now he returned and he is off to a very good pace. He's still in first place being chased down by Tsepset. Marius89 on third, Nico on fourth. Right now the round for Team Dunno, as we're halfway through the round here. Ferrari strategist trying to come a little close, and Nico having to adjust his line, and Marius taking a bit bit of lag here from Ferrari strategist. And we have a 4-man battle for that third place position. Sepset is going to win over Lucario. Nico sniping that third place in the final Kona. Ferrari strategist on 4th, followed by Marius and Norman. And that was quite a spicy round to begin it with. And this one goes in favor of Team Dunno. 1-0, playing till 5 here again, as per usual. And the first dirt section going a bit wonky here for Nico, unfortunately. He went a bit too far left onto the grass and lost a lot of speed. So he's going to be down by almost a whole second already. And this is just how costly it is here to make such a visually small mistake, but yet it just costs you so much time. So Nico and Ferrari strategists right now fighting for the last place position. Let's go a little further ahead here. Tsepset on a good pace, Norman on 2nd. Let's see what Lucario and Marius are able to do. Lucario playing with a joystick or flight stick, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, he's not from Japan, as the flag might suggest. He is from Germany, and he's fighting with his fellow countryman Marius 89 for that 2nd place, but Marius was not able to make anything happen. Not that it really mattered though, because this round would have gone to Team Dunno either way. 2nd point in a row for Team Dunno. Looking good on rally here so far. Yeah, Minuit. Great performance by Tsepset so far. That's nice to see. Lucario now making the same mistake that Nico did in the previous rounds. Just going so far on the grass that it kills all of your momentum. Now let's take a look at Sepset. He's the one that accumulated the most amount of points right now. He is first with 12 points. You can see it here in this box. Sepset right now with the most amount of points. Goes for a nice line through the tunnel. Nico very wide, and he's going to have a terrible angle on the off-road section right there. And instantly gets punished. Not too badly though, since he only got overtaken by his own teammate. And now the double overtake on Norman, who touched the wall. Nico fully, I don't know what that was. He just went into the wall right there. Tsepset up to 1st place, allowing himself to maybe snack in another 1st place here, coming down to the finish line. Norman on 2nd, and Nico now up to 3rd. Ferrari strategist and Marius fighting, and we have the same positions again for Team Dunno. 3-0. Tresen right now unable to make anything happen, even though on paper they do have a good rally lineup. But Minuit gears don't matter in United environments, at least not on rally, for example, or desert. They only matter in the sunrise environments. But yeah, it's definitely remarkable, I would say. So for those that didn't know about it, Nico is actually deaf. And that's gonna make it quite hard sometimes, because some environments have a very heavy emphasis on gear changes. For example, the sunrise environments or stadium. So for Nico, it's, yeah, as I said, remarkable that he's able to drive at this high level, even though he can't hear. So that's definitely something to pick up on. Good round for Team Dunno. Nico, unfortunately, sliding out there. You saw how he was struggling with the grip right there, and he instantly gets punished for that. However, he was able to stay ahead by 100th. Next round for Team Dunno, and Tsepset with another banger of a time, 56.59, and Marius also getting a time under 57. Looking very good for Team Dunno. And hello there, Ghostly Mastermind. 4-0 for Team Dunno, so now they could already seal it off here and close rally out. Sepset on the banger of a time here once again. He is really on fire on rally. That's super nice to see. Norman stumbling a bit too hard over the bumps on the inside, allowing Nico to pass. So we have a double lead for Team Nico. Oh, actually a triple lead. Marius has gone up to 3rd place. And this could be the GG here. Team Tresen right now, all 3 behind. Oh. This is not looking good. And I think we will have the GG heal already. Norman against Marius. Doesn't matter though. And Team Dunno closing out Rally. With an ace. Crazy. GG. And hello Aegis and Galba. We have played Desert and Bay, and now also Rally is done. We have a... what was the score again? 2-1. Two to 1 for Dunno. Neko. I don't know. I mean, he's French. In French, you would probably pronounce it like Nico or something. I have no idea. But I'll stick to Nico for convenience. And we're gonna go on to our next environment. Passy once again here with the SpaceX rocket ship on the car. We're gonna go onto the snow environment on a map by Oxide. And this is a really technical map. There's no place to rest here whatsoever. A lot of left-right turn combinations. A few jumps and risky strats coming up. For example here, out of the tube. I hope Luffy's gonna go for it. Yes. We have this upwards jump out of the tube exit. Instantly onto the boost. So this map has something to offer for everyone. This will put your reflexes to a test. A super sophisticated map. If you're sleep deprived, you should definitely not play this map, I think. You gotta be woke with this map. Boing. The score right now is 2-1 for Team Dunno after the first 3 environments. Yo, Dank Giraffe, hey, my man. Thank you for the 27-month Twitch Prime, dude. Nice to see you back at it. Yeah, it's hard to put yourself into the shoes of Nico. I didn't say it's an advantage, because it's definitely not an advantage, since, as I said, gear changes are really important, and you can only, like, hear the gear changes. You can't see them, because there's no indicator for that. So he's naturally in this type of disadvantage already. Now, I don't know if it's easier to focus for him. I have no idea. I couldn't imagine that. I could honestly not imagine that. But yeah, that's what it is, man. Yeet! Oh, Luffy landing on the house. Saying hello to Sang Yong Jing, who is living in that house. Good evening, Dervik. Yeah, probably Amanda. I would guess so as well, but it's still, like, not 100% reliable, I would say. Or I would guess. Boing. So this seems to be the final warm-up. And then it's gonna be showdown time. Just trying to see the positive side of being deaf. I mean, you don't hear people's bullshit. I mean, that's a positive thing, right? That's quite a big perk if you ask me. You don't have to listen to Riolu's terrible cast. You don't need to hear bullshit from people all over the place. Comfortable. C-grade caster. Yo!
Hello.
Upgrades.
I like money.
La 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 la.
Yo, Dank Giraffe saying hello with a 250 donation. I'm gonna play it after the cast, if you don't mind. Otherwise, the VOD is gonna be RIP. But thank you for the dono, my dude. GLHF in the chat, and we're gonna go live on Snow. 4th environment, 2-1 score. Let go, man. Air versus TSM. Wait, is that? When is that? Anyway, Sepset, Marius, and Zordex against Passy, Luffy, and Ezom. The battle continues. The epic battle here. Zordex going a bit wide here. I thought he's gonna crash, but he was able to stay alive. Passy on a good pace. Already gained 0.2 of a second. Someone fell behind. That was Ezom, who suffered from a bit of speed loss right there. He's gonna drop down to 5th place. Marius with a bit of a slow beginning here into the snow environment. Right now, dead last. Luffy holding up strong. Now we're coming up to the upwards jump out of the tube. Who's gonna get the boost the best? Zortex landing a tiny tad too early right there. Lost a tiny amount of time. Also here, a bit wonky, but not too big of a problem here. We have a great fight for first place though. The final corners will be decisive. Passy's getting chased down by Sepset and by Luffy. Zortex is retiring in the meantime, and we have a 100th of a second lead at the finish line. Sepset just a hair ahead of Passy. Luffy on 3rd, Marius on 4th, Ezom on 5th, and that's going to be the point for Team Tresen. Right here. It's Sunday. Wait, Sunday. I could actually cast Sunday. Depends when it is though, because I'm already casting another thing on Sunday. You gotta let me know when you guys are playing, and I'll try to figure something out. Passy has fallen behind right here. A bit of a slow start for the German player. Oh, Luffy gets the land bug and gets thrown out of the track as a result. Very unfortunate for the Austrian player. And that will give us a 3-man battle here for the top position in this round. Ooh, Zortex went up too high on the tube. Was barely able to actually stay on the track. Good save by him. But as you can see, this round is all over the place. Passy with another additional mistake. Who am I going to spectate now? It's only Sepset and Ezom left. Let's see who is going to take this one home. Ezom with a much better executed section. And I think he's going to win it here. Unless he makes a mistake in the end. But it's only this tube. And the drop into the finish. Ezom wins 103.9. Sepset on 3rd. Marius 3.4 seconds behind. Still gets 3rd. So this is definitely a round to be forgotten, I think. Point for Team Dunno. Scores tied up 1-1. Yeah, it is really unforgiving, especially this map, which is of very high difficulty. Oh, Marius. He might actually receive a red time here. He is lagging as if he was playing from the Nigerian master servers right here. Bit of a wonky experience, but it looks fine. No. Let's just not spectate him any further. Hopefully he's not going to disconnect. Marius always a bit Monka-esque because he's, yep, on the edge of receiving the red time, and there he goes. That is maybe an end round for Team Dunno. But it happened in the middle of the round, so they will probably just keep going. In this case, it is just simply unlucky for Team Dunno. Not sure what the admins are going to decide here, but I think this is F for Marius. Oh god, this round is all over the place. Everyone making some mistakes, and the triple lead for Team Tresen. They are capitalizing on Team Dunno falling apart here. And this is gonna be the point for Team Tresen. Am I casting ETM from Asteri? Yes, that's gonna be on Sunday. I don't know when. So I gotta see if it maybe intervenes with the match that Minuet was talking about. So, this is not live yet. Marius is just checking if he's good again. Good to go. It's at 8 PM. Okay. I'm gonna note that down. Thank you, Seraph. I don't know when TSM is. TSM. ETM. Fuck, all of these abbreviations, man. My brain is exploding. Think we're good to go though. So let's continue our adventure right here. Zortex with a slow start. He lost a lot of speed very early on already. So he is down by 0.4 of a second already. Good hairpin by him though. As you can see, he is closing into his opponents already. And Passy went into the pole right there. P for Passy, or rather P for pole, or P for parking. He is dead last with a 6-second disadvantage now, leaving Team Tresen in a dire situation now. They need to get those top positions home, which is not looking too bad though. They have Tsepset trying to fight, and Zortex as a backup. Ooh, Tsepset jumping very high though, which is going to cost him a bit of speed, but he's not out of this yet. Even though he might be out of this one now, because he is losing out on a lot of exit speed here out of that hairpin. Luffy and Izom hand in hand through the final tube, and they will win the round here for their team. 104.31 and a 104.48. Good times up front. Next round for Team Tresen. Even without Passy, they were able to take it home. And you have the cheer in the in-game chat. Norman going full ham. Lovely. Three to 1 now for Team Tresen. Going into the next round here. Live on VHS tape. Good hairpin by Izom and by Tsepset. Tsepset jumping very close to the mountain on the inside. Almost making contact with it mid-air. Izom, risky exit out of the tube. Went a bit on 2 wheels, but managed to keep the grip, which is quite difficult. So props to Izom for keeping the grip right there. But that was not a greatly executed section by the German player. And Tsepset will go up to first place in a fight with Luffy, who is really risking it for the biscuit in the hairpin combo. Really nicely done by Luffy. Bumps a bit too high though, or rather he jumps too high and bumped too early. So Tsepset will go up to first place again. We have a very healthy fight for first place as of now. And I think Tsepset is going to take this one home. In the following positions, we have Izom and Passy, so it will be another round for Team Tresen. Izom going for the victory, loop-de-loop in the final tube. Lost a bit of time, but he knew he could afford this. Next round for Team Tresen, 4-1. Team Dunno definitely not looking too good here on snow. Something they might want to work on. It is not lost yet, but Tresen is looking very good here so far. Passy on world record start. He actually has -10 on the world record right now. What is Passy smoking right now? What is that pace by him? This is unbelievable. He's still in the minus, and also Izom is just 0.3 behind. Both Tresen players on insane paces right now. What is happening? Passy still with -900s on the Daddy record. This is actually crazy. I can't believe it. Oh, but he lost the grip there. Time loss for Passy. He's definitely going to be behind now. Ah, still equal. Now it's a +11 though. Incredible by Passy. Absolutely crazy. Oh, Izom jumping too far left and landed on the barrier. He's gonna get thrown back all the way down to last place. Tseps it up to second place. Luffy on third. Zortex on fourth. Marius on fifth. And this is still gonna be the Tresen point if the position stay like this. But Tseps is gonna go for the overtake. Not gonna matter though. This is gonna be the point for Team Tresen and the GG. Snow going in favor of Team Tresen, and we have a tie again. 2-2 after 4 environments. What a balanced match. Actually better than what I expected. I very much like what I see. That is really nice. A healthy TrackMania match. That's what I like. This is a match like in the children's book. Our next environment is gonna be Island. The last environment for today. Coast and Stadium will be played another day. I will try to cover that as well. But now it is time to focus on Island. The fastest environment out here. Zoop! Nice lag. That happens when you retire sometimes. So yeah, Island gonna be a very good environment for Team Tresen. They have arguably the strongest Island lineup out of the entire competition. So they could possibly stomp on Team Dunno with a 5-0 here. It is definitely possible. But we also know that Tresen is known to risk a lot. And maybe, you know, let that one or other mistake slip through and then lose the points. But they have the chance to win this environment and, yeah, partially win this match as well.
Zoop, yeet, P to the O to the G to the champ Riolu hype.
Wow, Rap God Krupp. Thank you for the 21-month resub. Tuck, my dude. Hope all is well. And yeah, this is EK Passy. His roots are here. His roots are in United. He was playing a lot of Stadium, yes. That's where probably most of you know him from. But he came from United and he's back to the roots. So once again, a bunch of warm-ups coming up here. It is gonna be Passy, Norman, and most likely Lucario for Island. And for Team Dunno, I see Tobbe, who is a name I haven't seen in years. He is one of the best Coast players in the game. And he is apparently playing Island as well. At least he's driving the warm-ups. So I am very much curious to see how Tobbe is going to be playing after years of a hiatus. I'm not sure, maybe he played a bit casually every now and then, but at least when it comes to competitive play, Tobbe has been absent for years. So it's super awesome to see so many big names return to the game for this occasion. United still receiving a lot of love, even after 11 years of its release. Marius has no TM2 team anymore. I think I didn't see him wearing a clan tag. I think right now he doesn't have a team indeed. Right now, there's nothing that he's rooting for. You wish you found this community earlier. Well, let me tell you something. It's better late than never. Do we play the MSF? What is MSF? Is that the mini FET ripoff? I'm not sure if I'm gonna play that, because it's probably a bit of an inconvenient time. As there's also gonna be a dirt competition at that time, I think. I am still thinking about it. But yeah, last warm-up here, ladies and gentlemen, for some spicy island driving. Synchronized fail by Tobbe and Lucario. Fantastic. And there we have the restart one more time today. GLHF for the 5th environment. 2-2 is the score for those that maybe just joined in here. We have a tie between Dunno and Tresen. This game could go either way today. And that's right, this match will not be decided today. It will be decided whenever we play the remaining 2 environments, Coast and Stadium. I heard it's Wednesday. So this is gonna be quite exciting. Let's go. Tobbe, Marius and Zordex against Lucario, Passy and Norman. Low-key hoping for a no 5-0 for Team Tresen. But the chances of that happening are quite high, I would say. Let's go into the first round. We see 2 Dunno players falling behind already in the names of Tobbe and Marius89. Tobbe sliding away once again. Not very warm tires there, I believe. He's going to slide out and lose out on quite a bunch of time here. 2 seconds behind. Marius also taking it easy. Let's take a look at the front. Right now it is Norman, the island greatest of all time. Zortex making a mistake and he will get passed by a bunch of players there once again. Double lead for Team Tresen. I repeat, triple lead for Team Tresen. And this is looking very good here in the first round. Oh, Passy with a mistake though. But I don't think this will play too big of a role here. Norman almost 2 seconds ahead of the rest. All of the others are taking it super easy. And then there's just Norman balling through 102.44. Lucario 2.5 seconds behind. Still on second place. Tobbe, Passy, Marius and Zortex all made a mistake in this round. First point for Tresen. Who are the goats of the other environments? Riolu, 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 and Riolu. Basically. Alright, next round. Tobbe with a bit of a small start again. Small start? Yes, small start. Bit of a slow start. And I think that was another Dunno player falling behind due to a wall touch. That was Zortex. And the triple lead for Tresen has already queued up really early on in this round. Tobbe trying to attack though. He's not giving up. But this round will be a hard nut to crack for Team Dunno. Team Tresen definitely need to make mistakes in the second half of the track. Team Red like an army right now, like a train, doing a great job. Ooh, Norman fell behind. There goes his winning streak, unless he presses B for boost somewhere. He might have to settle with third. Passy gonna win this round here in front of Lucario and Norman, the triple German army, winning over Tobbe, Zortex and Marius. In fact, Zortex is the only non-German player in this lineup. Zortex French, and the others are all German. Oh, mistakes have been done. Marius touching one of the first available walls right there. He is not doing his best today, I would say. Marius not feeling too warm. Ooh, Zortex sliding out. Passy as well, pretty much at the same spot. So both having the equal amount of speed. And also Norman has made a bit of a mistake. This round is all over the place. Very nice copy pasta by Fastboy in the Twitch chat. Oh, Norman Airlines. Get your ticket now with the discount code NormanXD. Oh, boys, this round is all over the place. Lucario, the only driver that did not make a mistake. And even he is rather far behind from the optimal time. 103.44. Passy taking second with a 106. Where's the rest? What is happening? Third place with a 113. That is a big juicy XD in the chat. This is the worst TrackMania competitive round I have seen in a while. Third point for Team Tresen either way. Oh shit. Zortex with a mistake. Dunno is falling apart. And the 5-0 dream for Team Tresen is coming closer and closer. But if Passi continues to throw his car onto the roof, this might not happen at the end of the day. However, double lead right now for Team Tresen. Norman and Lucario on the first two positions. Tobbe fighting strongly though. Risking it a bit more through the tunnel. And the risk instantly gets punished right there. A bit too much steering on Tobbe's side. And he's instantly out. Once again a round that is not too spectacular, if I may say so myself. Norman driving, cruising easily to the victory in this round. Look at him go. No problem. 103.05. Lucario made a small mistake. Oh! That could have actually gone... yeah, this is actually quite a throw. Team Dunno will win the round. It is not a 5-0 slap in the face here by Team Tresen. Lucario basically threw it away by making the mistake at the end. And then let's not talk about Passi, who probably drove with his monitor off. Got dead last. So the first point for Team Dunno on Island. Well, here we go. Great start by Norman. He is up to first place, but no big mistakes have happened so far. Marius has fallen behind here a little bit by taking it easy. Oh, Lucario with a mistake. Is this gonna be another point for Team Dunno? Big question mark. Zortex is fighting for first with Norman. Gets the better angle as well. And they're having a neck-and-neck battle, but Zortex jumping too far right, and he had to lift off the accelerator to dodge the poles. And that backfired really, really fast. Passi with a slide. That was kind of a emergency slide, I would say. But looking at the gaps here on the left side, this one is definitely gonna go towards Team Red. 102.85, good time by Norman. Passi on second, and that's gonna be the fourth point now. So quite possibly only one more round. And we're gonna be done for tonight. This is the chance for Team Tresen to close it out. And go up 3-2 in the overall score. Team Dunno now in quite a pressurized situation. They would have to win 4 consecutive rounds in order to still be in the mix. But right now the pace is simply not there. Even though Passi making the first mistake, making it a bit easier for Team Dunno. They are waiting and lurking in the shadows, waiting for a mistake to happen. And they are playing in a team right now. They are like within not even a tenth of each other. Very nice teamwork by Team Dunno, but this is not going to get them anywhere as of now. As we have Norman on a banger of a time right now. Actually just 1700, 2100s behind the Dedimania record. He is pushing it right there. You can see it. He wants to get that fast time coming down to the last round of this match. Norman about to pop in a really good time. What is it going to be at the finish line? And it is a 101.32. And with that, he's gonna seal it off. Lucario on second place, 3 seconds behind. And it is still gonna be enough for Team Tresen. They will win Island with a 5-1 score. And overall, we're gonna have 3-2 going into the break. Anyway, We're now gonna see a few warm-ups here for the stadium sub-match. So now, let's just pretend there was no break in between the 5 environments and the environments that we're gonna see now. So we're now all of a sudden in stadium, and the score is a 3-2 for Team Tresen. The final 2 environments are gonna be stadium and coast. And I think this match can definitely go either way for both teams. So we're up for a treat today. And as the players are warming up, we can maybe take a look at the TrackMania times. Even though I have no idea how to use this tool. But yeah, we have the fastest time right now by Chemko. 1:02.12 in front of Passy and Danik B. Both playing today for their respective teams. Passy for Team Tresen and Danik B for Team Dunno. So these two are definitely going to be the biggest parts of their team. However, Team Dunno definitely with the stronger stadium lineup here, I would say. They have Marius89 and Firestorm. Both players that are very active in stadium, in TM2 especially. Playing all of those cups every now and then. While for Team Tresen, they do have big names as well. There's Clément, who has been doing quite good on stadium in the past. And also Luffy, good all-rounder. Next to Passy. But I think on paper this is definitely going to be a good one for Team Dunno to tie up the score again. And to make it a 3-3 as we go onto the final environment, which is Coast. So on Coast, I think for both lineups it's going to look very good. Both lineups have possibly what it takes. So I think we're going to have a great end to this match as we see Danik B going for a fantastic Rammstein bug on the inside. It can't get any better at this point. Keep in mind, we are in TrackMania Nations Forever, so things are a bit buggy here and there. But yeah, coming down to the ending here. This is like a super long left drift into the hairpin. Very hard to do, and the optimal line kind of forces you over the Rammsteins, which can cause some trouble every now and then. But yeah, let's start off the match, or restart the match after the little break. We had the first environments on Monday, and now on Wednesday for the YouTubers. We have had a little bit of a hiatus between these environments. But we're gonna start the match right here. We have Clément, Luffy and Passy against Danik B, Marius89 and Firestorm for Stadium. Some slightly different lines here. Luffy went very wide. That cost him a little bit of speed there. Going up this awkward transition. Clément with a very risky inside line, which definitely paid off to do, but the risk and reward ratio is kind of questionable here at that point. But he survives, and he is up to a great battle for first between Passy, Danik B and himself. Firestorm on 4th, Marius on 5th, and Luffy right now, the Austrian player, former leader of the TrackMania United Forever solo ladder, touching the wall on the outside with his back end. Gonna lose him some extra time, but the fight for first is still hot and spicy. Danik B leading by 1600ths of a second right now. Clément needs to push it in the last section, but beating someone like Danik B on Stadium, that's going to be a hard thing to do. Now the hairpin, Danik B doing a great job. Clément as well, 2 very good times there. Both of these getting a time under 1:03. Very nicely done here by Danik B and Clément. But the round will be going towards the red team. Dunno starting off nicely on the stadium environment. So we're playing till 5 points. There's no tennis mode, so Dunno definitely off to a good beginning here. But Clément, what a nasty beginning that is. And a mistake by one of the red players. Firestorm has made contact with the barrier, and that will cost him more than a second as a result. Clément leading. He's actually on a really good time. He has -800ths on the TrackMania time, but that quickly went down the shitter as he didn't really nail that left-hander, and also this one didn't really go towards his favor. Also makes another additional mistake, so Clément has been falling apart rather quickly. All the way down to 4th place he goes. Danik B up to 1st. Passy on 2nd, Luffy on 3rd, Clément on 4th. So right now, Tresen would actually tie up the score again if they manage to keep the positions like this. Let's take a look at Pasi. Maybe he's going to be able to make something happen, but the gap is rather big here. It is 3,800. Danik B can very much take the end safely, and he will do so. Clocks in another time under 103, 102.76 by Danik B. The Czech gamer showing what he got in this environment. However, it will not pay off, as Marius and Firestorm have unfortunately been too slow, so Tresen will get the point right here, 1-1. Also, I should maybe disable the pad viewer, because I'm actually not playing. Professional caster. Round number 3 underway. Right now, a double lead for Team Dunno, but Clément again with the attack on the inside. Very nicely done, but he gets the no drift, and it instantly gets punished right there for the French player. That has cost him quite a good amount of time. Unfortunately, now finding himself on P4. Right ahead of Marius, but Marius with the better turn up the hill. Now he is inheriting that 4th place. Firestorm on 3rd. Clément with another additional mistake, same that Luffy did in one of the previous rounds. He lined himself up a bit too far right, and Pasi with a full stop on the inside. Made full contact there, drifted too tight, and went full bonk into the wall. And it is Danik B. Oh, Luffy as well! And that's the triple lead for Team Dunno right here. Tresen completely crumbling in this round, and Danik B gets faster and faster, 102.48. That is by far the fastest match time we've seen so far. This round has been a bit all over the place indeed, but Team Dunno will take this one with pleasure, 2-1. Ooh, who went wide there? That was a nasty line by... who was that? Luffy, who went super wide there. Massive time loss for the Austrian player. Clément once again with the inside line. Marius making a mistake. Firestorm with the nose slide and fully hits the pole. And this is a blue round here for sure, as 2 Dunno players are down. And also Danik B is trailing on P2 right now, but he could perhaps still win the round, even though with the current positions it's not going to matter at all. We have a nice 3-man battle right now. Pasi getting a lot more speed out of the turn exit right there. Clément and Danik B risking it over the inside. Pasi with a bit more speed though. Now we have the part where Pasi crashed this time around. He will avoid the wall, and we have a nice healthy fight here coming down to the end section. Now Clément with a mistake, and Danik B as well. As I was praising the players, they make a mistake. And Luffy, the one who went... Oh my god. What is happening, man? Everyone dying left, right, center. I was about to say Luffy, the man who went wide in the start, and then he just hits the wall again. Oh well. This round was something to be forgotten. Only a mom could like this round, I think. So we have a 2-2 tied up score now between Tresen and Dunno. Danik B off to a very good start. Nice inside line here by the Czech player. Pasi and Clément trailing in the background. And Clément again stumbles over the Randstein there. And this is the risk that you're willing to take when you go for that line. You just have the risk of getting the bump on the inside. Lucky for Clément then he didn't get the slowdown. He just got pulled to the inside a bit too much, a bit too aggressively, which caused his car to slide a bit too hard. But he is still in the mix for this round. Pasi on 2nd, but he gets the unlucky bump on the inside now. Marius up to 3rd. Let's take a look at what the German player is going to do. Takes this turn very safely. Clément with the mistake now on the outside. He was a bit too fast there. And Danik B might seal the deal here together with Marius, even though he is struggling a little bit. You can see he might not be fully warmed up yet, but he manages to take in that 3rd place, and this will be a round for Team Dunno. Danik B on 1st, Marius on 3rd, Firestorm on 5th, and these 3 positions will be sufficient to take home the point right there. 3-2 for Team Dunno, and Bagheera Jones with the rate of 190. Merci beaucoup. Right there. Thank you so much, dear lady. Oh, Marius with a mistake. Already very early on. Marius Pépère, that's what the Frenchies would say right here. But this is definitely not Pépère right now. So he is going to drop down by more than a second right there, leaving Tresen with a good opportunity to tie up the score again. But Pasi makes a mistake. And he will drop down to 5th. Nothing's lost yet. Another no slide right there by Pasi. Let's see if Marius might be able to crawl back. But he's still quite far behind. Let's go a little further ahead. We have Luffy right now on 4th. Firestorm on 3rd. And a nice fight for that first place position. Danik B versus Clément. With a roughly 0.2 of a gap right now. Danik B with a nice inside line. Keeps a lot of speed on top of that. Up the hill. Very important to maintain as much speed as possible. And Danik B does a great job right here. He really shows how good of a stadium player he is. And he will definitely win the round with ease. Risking it a lot in the last turn actually. You saw him using all of the available space. 102.39 by Danik B. What a fantastic performance by him. And the same positions are occupied by Dunno again. 1st, 3rd, 5th. And that's the 4th point now for Team Dunno. 1 point away from winning Stadium. Which is kinda what I expected actually. Because they simply do have the stronger lineup on paper. So if Dunno managed to win this environment, it's going to be a 3-3 in total. And the decider will be Coast. That's going to be very, very exciting to see. But first and foremost, Team Dunno need to take this one home. Let's see if they will be able to handle the pressure. Right now, it is looking good for both teams. Luffy with the lowest amount of speed up the stretch right now on last. But no one has fallen behind in a crucial way so far. Emphasis on so far, because here in TrackMania, a small mistake instantly gets punished very hard. Clément almost touching the wall. You saw him struggling a little bit with the grip at the top of the hill. Marius super wide, almost landing on the barrier, but he manages to stabilize and is in the mix for that 3rd place position together with Clément. Firestorm closing in as well. Pasi on 2nd, Danik B on 1st. These positions right now seem to be untouched. And right now with the positions like this, it will be the round for Dunno. Mario super close to the pole. What is he doing? Clément, not the greatest speed here, but the positions will remain like this. And Danik B, look at that time, 102.34. And he is by far the MVP of this match. Danik B with a world champion performance right here. Absolutely fantastic. And he has been, as kinda anticipated, a very important part of Team Dunno. I think without Danik B, it would have looked rather grim for Team Dunno at this moment. Because Firestorm and Marius89 weren't really able to win rounds. They were always a little further back, somewhere in the midfield. So, great performance by Danik B, and it will gain Team Dunno the tie so far. We have a 3-3, and exactly what I predicted before. The deciding submatch on Coast is now gonna come right here. And I dare to say, beating Team Dunno on Coast is gonna be a very hard nut to crack. We have Marius89, who really likes Coast. He is very fast on Coast if he wants to. We have Firestorm, who can be a very reliable player. And we have Tobbe, who is arguably one of the best Coast players in existence of this environment. Tobbe came pretty much out of nowhere after a long hiatus of the game. And now he's back to hold up the flag for Dunno. So he is the man to look out for. A fantastic Coast player right here. A man to look up to when it comes to mastering the Coast car, which is often regarded as a meme by people who are maybe not too familiar with TrackMania, or only the stadium plebs. But this is going to be a banging match. However, with a strong bias towards Team Dunno. For Tresen, it's going to be quite hard. Clément is fast on Coast. Ferrari strategist could be fast as well, but he usually isn't the biggest threat. And for Elko, I think it will highly depend on how he feels on this map. So, let's see what we're going to have here. Something that some of the people in the chat already pointed out, it's the Zoop slide. It is a technique that is applied on one of the turns, specifically here in the mid, where you turn your cars 90 degrees and you will keep the momentum for whatever reason. It is a new technique that has been found. 12 years after this environment has been released. Not even 12, actually more. More like 14 years after this environment has been released. And people are gonna maybe go for the Zoop slide here. Yep, here he is. Marius presenting us the Zoop slide. It is not a bug slide for those that are maybe relating this to the bug slide that we have in Stadium, for example. No, this is not a bug slide because you do not use the brake here, which is a necessity in Stadium. If you want to do a bug slide in Stadium, you need to hold the brake, accelerate, and turn. But here, in Coast, you don't use the brake. You only turn and hold gas. So, this is a new technique, and so far it seems to only work with Coast. But, yeah, we never know. In TrackMania, there's always new things to discover. And Tobbe definitely slapping his genitals on the desk with this warm-up time. 1:06.08. That's something to work with. So let's see how many warm-ups we're gonna see here. But for those that just joined, we have a 3-3 situation in the best of 7. And the final match, or rather this final sub-match, is gonna be played out on the Coast environment. This is a map by Marius himself. But that doesn't necessarily mean that this will be an advantage for him. But he goes for the slide again, and you can clearly see that it gains a bit. It doesn't gain a super big amount, but A, it looks sick, and B, it saves a bit of time. However, C, it's risky. Because you need to time the exit very well, and make sure that you re-grip in time, so you can take the following corner, otherwise you're just gonna slide out and hit the wall. Marius risking it a lot there over that hill near the end. So you see also a little bit of a risky finish right there, taking the side barrier to jump into the finish. If you don't feel like doing that, you can also take the safe route and take a 90-degree turn into this finish. But nobody's gonna go for that, because hitting the finish like this really isn't too difficult. So, one more warm-up here. The players are agreeing on having one more warm-up, and then it is gonna be showdown time on Coast. Maybe one more Zoop slide. Yep, there you go. Zoop! But yeah, you see the exit is a bit tedious. However, the players have had a lot of time to, you know, learn this and get comfortable with the track. So it's not like the players are seeing this track for the first time. For most TrackMania competitions, if you're maybe new to the game, mostly, unless you have a competition that specifically gives you tracks that you haven't seen before, you have competitions like this. But most of the main big competitions, they fully rely on, you know, giving the player a lot of time to practice so that you can ensure the highest level of competitiveness. And this is indeed the case here as well. GLHF, the final sub-match here between Dunno and Tresen in the semi-finals of the United League Reborn 2. The winning team will qualify for the finals, and both teams have it in their hands right now. Clement, Ferrari strategist, aka Fett, and Elko against Tobbe, Marius89, and Firestorm. A full German lineup for Team Dunno, and we have a French/Portuguese lineup on the side of Team Tresen. Let's go into the first rounds. Firestorm already with a bit of a mistake there, and also Marius making contact with the wall. Two Dunno players down by just a bit, but this is a gap that they can still catch up right here as we go through the wall right, making use of the banking on the outside to keep more speed through the turn. And now we have the part where Marius is going to go for the Zoop. But it didn't really seem to have paid off here. He did not gain any position. Right now Clement is leading the field in front of Tobbe and Elko. So let's see what's going to happen at the front. Clement is on a banging time right now. Only 0.68 between himself and the current Dedimania 1 time. So this is definitely a good performance by the French player so far. Tobbe on second. He's trying to attack. And he's going for a bit of a wider approach, which means that he can go up the hill more directly. But he didn't really gain a lot of time with this. So he will have to settle with that second place. And what a time by Clement. 105.97. As we see Fett missing the finish, but that will not matter, as Team Tresen have accumulated enough points with first and third to win the round. So, away from all predictions, Team Tresen actually winning the first round on Coast. Dunno definitely having to step it up right there, and as I say that, it is Tobbe and Firestorm actually making a mistake very early on. Once again, a rough start into the round for Team Dunno. The German lineup need to press a B for a boost here if they want to win on the environment where at least I have expected them to be the favorites. Clement now making the first mistake for Team Tresen, and maybe Marius is going to show us the Zoop again. Indeed, he will do that. Zoop! And he will gain a bit of an advantage towards the Ferrari strategist, who is right now finding himself in third place. Firestorm, the only keyboard player in this lineup, actually doing a fantastic job here regarding the circumstances. Coast definitely drivable with keyboard, but obviously harder. And he's finding himself in third right now. Second, third, and fourth for Team Dunno, which means Team Red would win this one right here. Ferrari strategist going for a lot of speed up the hill. Elko is on another level here in this round. He is going to win this one with a banging time of a 106.61, followed by Marius, Firestorm, Tobbe, and the score is tied up again. (1-1) going into the next round. So far, exactly the match I've been hoping for, because there's nothing better than having a match that's being decided in the final sub-match and then it's super close. And you're sitting on the edge of your seat and you're like, oh my god, who's gonna win the round? This is exactly what we're here for. So, next round looking very good for Team Tresen right now. They have occupied the first two positions with Clement and Elko doing a fantastic job here so far in the first half of the track. Firestorm on third, Ferrari strategist on fourth, Tobbe on fifth, and then we have Marius. Hallöchen! Marius sticking his nose into the camera with the Zoop slide, but he did slide out this time around. The risk did not pay off for Marius89. You gotta keep in mind that the opponents are visible for the players. So you do see your opponents in real time. You can't disable them. So Marius probably saw he had to risk, and that did not pay off for him. So this is most likely going to be... Oh, Tobbe! Almost flying off. That was a bit too much risk up the hill. Weight transfer being a bitch right there. And this will be a triple lead for Team Tresen. Elko, Clement, and Ferrari strategist stronger than I thought. And they're back in the lead again. 2-1. Pressure definitely on for Team Dunno. Not sure if they expected Tresen to be that strong here on Coast. But this is a very interesting matchup so far. Small slide by Elko, falling behind. And Coast, for those that are not familiar with this environment, it is a very slidey car. You don't have a lot of grip. So similar to a real-life car, you can't push it to the limit by just fully steering in every corner. You have a limited amount of grip. If you exceed that grip of the car, then you will just slide out and find yourself in the wall. So you gotta be gentle with the gas. Make sure that you carry just enough speed through the corners without sliding out. Very important to get that right. And this round, to maybe go into it a little bit, we have Dunno with 2, 3, and 4, or rather 1, 3, and 4. Clement falling behind after a small rendezvous with the wall on the outside. And it looks like Dunno is going to tie up the score again. What a back and forth right now. Super nice to watch. Tobbe winning with a 106.48. Followed by Clement and Firestorm. 3 players under 107. And this is going to be the tie again. 2-2. Next round is underway. Let's take a look. Tobbe, bit of a conservative start. Elko sliding out, you heard it. You heard the skid right there. He's going to lose out on a bit of time. Ferrari strategist also sliding out at the exit and also struggles to hit the proper line on the banked corner. So 2 Tresen players down, which is another great opportunity for Team Dunno. They need to make use of this because Team Tresen should not be underestimated here. Marius with a bit of a late zoop right there, but manages to stabilize just in time and remains on that 2nd place so far. Triple lead for Team Dunno. This is the motivation boost that they need right now. Clement, the only one that tries to make something happen. Tobbe dead. Sliding on the outside, hits the fence, and he instantly gets thrown back to 5th place here as a result. That is how quickly it can go. Elko sliding out again. Seems like he slid out in a bit of soap right there on the track. And now we have the 3-man battle for first. Clement, Firestorm might have a bit more speed coming down to the last jump. And he wins the round against Clement. Firestorm with a much lower jump. And manages to stay 17 hundredths ahead of Clement. Marius on 3rd, Tobbe on 4th, and Dunno now 3-2 in the lead. Oh, Elko, his tires are not warm by the looks of it. Sliding out again. That's not what you want. Maybe Elko being pressurized a little bit here. He's trying to maybe push it a bit too much in the situation. As I said, he does see his opponents, and yeah, that was probably this mistake. This crash was just a result of trying to push it and to get back to the field. Elko down. And Dunno with another good opportunity. Clement is over and out in this round. He is leading by 0.7 of a second. He is really far ahead right now. And a safe looking round for Team Dunno. They should be aware of this. Perhaps they do have Danik B as a shot caller in their team speak, so that they know exactly what positions they're at right now. Tobbe on 2nd, Marius and Firestorm hand in hand up the hill as the Ferrari strategist manages to hit the wall again. And that's the 4-2 now for Team Dunno. This is match point now for Team Dunno. And Clement with a really good time there, 106.08. This could be the final round here. Team Tresen, after a promising looking start, crumbling under the pressure. And now they need to win 3 consecutive rounds. Which is not impossible, looking at the current lineup. But especially Elko needs to make sure that he does not risk it unnecessarily much here. Because then the round will be lost faster than he might think. Oh, Clement hits the sidewalk right there. Ferrari strategist almost playing golf with friends. And this is looking absolutely atrociously for Team Tresen. Only Elko up in the lead. And this could be the early GG right here. Tobbe on 2nd, Marius on 3rd. Firestorm is actually super far behind. This round is actually all over the place. Firestorm is down to 5th place. Ferrari strategist is even further behind. This round is absolutely trash. But right now with these positions, it will be the GG. And Team Dunno will qualify for the grand final of this competition. Up the hill we go. Elko super long on 2 wheels. You saw how much he was pushing there. But there's no point because it is over and out. 106.54 by Tobbe, the winning time of this round. Elko on 2nd, Marius 3rd, Clement on 4th, Firestorm on 5th, and Fett on 6th. And that's the GG on Coast. And overall, Team Dunno will be our first finalists of this competition. After an absolutely thrilling match right here against Team Tresen. Commiserations to Team Tresen. That was great effort, and I think they would have deserved the victory as much as Team Dunno. Both teams had what it takes. But at the end of the day, Dunno with stronger nerves on Coast. And this is what brought them to the victory. GG.